Hello everyone, this is going to be the review of the first book of Poppy War trilogy, that is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. But before starting this review, let me tell you that I read this book as a buddy read along with Talib from the channel High on Books. So he too will be posting his review of this book on his channel. I'll leave a link down in the description, do check it out. Now getting to the review. First thing, let me tell you, this book was the best first book of any trilogy that I have read. And now I'll discuss exactly why I think so. So let's first discuss about the plot of this book. The Poppy War is an Asian-inspired fantasy book, which in itself is a rarity. I mean, we have seen many books which have a medieval European setting or a Western setting, but we rarely see books which are set in Asia. So this is really a refreshing take that I really enjoyed reading. Also, this book is more or less based on the dark historical event of the rape of Nanking. It was a very shameful event in the history of humanity, and I will not talk more about it here. But if you don't know about this, go read about it, because we should be aware of what horrifying things that humans did in the past. So, the story of the book goes like this. We follow the main character Rin, who is a war orphan, and the country or the kingdom that she lives in makes families adopt war orphans to avoid them causing troubles by turning into thieves or murderers. So Rin is also adopted by a family, and the family is not the best of the families. Rin is kind of looked at as a burden by them, and they want to marry her off to some rich old man to basically get rid of her and also get aid in their illegal trading of opium. But obviously Rin does not want to marry this guy, so she asks for a chance to appear in the most difficult exam of the nation that could lead her to the most sought after university in the whole country, that is Sinagard. So here we can see right off that the book opens with high stakes for Rin, our main character. It is either going to be the university, the odds of which are largely against her, or a forced marriage. So Rin basically slogs and studies and finally gets in. Now don't worry, this is not a spoiler, this probably happens in the first couple of chapters. Her entry in the university then leads to some extraordinary events in her life which she could have never dreamt of before. So from a war orphan to being a part of a crazy war, the plot has it all. The plot is a definite 5 out of 5 for me. This, according to me, is a perfectly executed grimdark. Also, the plot line that is introduced at the beginning of this book kind of concludes in this book, but a new plot line is hinted towards the end, and I think I have a pretty good idea where the next book is heading. Coming to the next thing, and I want to talk about the writing style of R.F. Kuang. Now this, according to me, is the best aspect of this book. The author here has created this ruthless and unforgiving world that we as readers find ourselves engaged in from the very start. The intricate descriptions of every scene makes it feel very real, as if we ourselves were right there in the book. The way the lore and the history of this world is told does not at all feel like an info dump, unlike a lot of books out there. To give an example, there is this scene where the author shows us the history of this kingdom through a shadow puppet show, and I kid you not, while reading, I actually could vividly visualize the show, just as if I was right there watching it live. The author also explores some deep, serious philosophical questions in the book, which is really interesting to read. Also, the author spends little time on mundane things, the things that we as readers usually don't want to know a lot about. To give you an example, the 2 years that Rin prepares for the exam are not described in detail. So the 2 years are basically finished in approximately 10 pages. And I think this is really good as it keeps us engaged and interested in the book. Each and every aspect of the writing style of the author is really amazing. From the realistic border tensions that she describes in her books to the crazy internal politics, the writing is 5 out of 5 no doubt. Coming to the characters. The character work here is really good. You'll definitely feel what the characters are going through, thus making you feel more connected to the story overall. Also, the author has a skill of making us like a character instantly if she wants to. As for me, my favorite characters were Rin and Jiang. I really loved the development of the character arc of Rin, and how the events that she goes through shape her or change her perspective towards the world. Overall, the character work was pretty good and it's a 4 out of 5 for me. Now coming to the last part of this review, things that I did not like. Now honestly, I really had to dig in deep to find criticisms on this book, and I have found just one. Now some of you might feel that this is not even worth mentioning, but I really looked hard for it, so I am going to mention it. So at the beginning of the book, when Rin finally clears the exam and is on her way to the university, finds out that the city where the university is does not have the same currency as that of her own town. Now for a student who has cleared such a difficult exam with so many different subjects from math to politics and history, I think she should have known that. So that was the only flaw that I managed to find in this book. Now this should give you a pretty good idea about how good the book is. So that's it guys, that was my review. I highly recommend this book to everyone out there. Thanks for watching this video, like and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to check out Talib's channel and his review, and as always, happy reading.